Hi there, this is Bo Nicholson and you're listening to Snob Reviews Movies. Let's talk about the highly anticipated new film from Edgar Wright, Baby Driver.
Shop, let's talk it. The target is an armored truck at Perimeter Trust, 10 a.m. sharp. Bank is right next to it. The switch car, baby, hit the long state parking structure, restart in the a.m. Questions?
I got a question, Doc. Why would I believe phones over here heard the goddamn word you said? He ain't even listening.
Baby?
The target is an armored truck at Perimeter Trust in Dunwoody, 10 a.m. sharp. The switch car is ready, but you want me to hit the long stay parking structure and get a heist vehicle that stays colder longer? It needs to be ready for an 8:30 start. Questions?
Style over substance. It's one of those phrases that pops up every now and then when talking about movies, and invariably, it's a derogatory term. Baby Driver is the epitome of style over substance, except you'd suggest that, for this film, it's not even slightly a bad thing. Edgar Wright has been shifting paradigms since he made probably the best zombie movie of the last 30 years with Shaun of the Dead back in 2004, going on to take well-worn genres and reinvigorating them with his trademark humour. Think of films like Hot Fuzz, or even just making something so completely different that comparisons to other films are impossible, like Scott Pilgrim. With Baby Driver, Wright pays homage to the great heist and car chase movies of bygone eras, but he has also added his own stamp to the genre to create a memorable, if flawed, film. The first thing you notice is the soundtrack, which bathes the film in the sounds of the 60s, 70s and 80s, showcasing the borrowed nostalgia that our main character carries around through his life on cassette tapes and wheel dial iPods. His name is Baby, that's B-A-B-Y, Baby, and he is played with gusto by the fresh-faced Ansel Elgort, who you may remember from The Fault in Our Stars. Baby is a socially deficient loner who carries scars from his past and is a prodigy behind the wheel of a car, making him the ideal getaway driver for Kevin Spacey's gang of heisting thugs, with Jon Hamm and Jamie Foxx among their number. It is as Baby is about to complete his final drive for the gang that he falls head over heels in love for Deborah, played by Lily James from Downton Abbey. The action, particularly in the first half of the film, is nothing short of exhilarating and is worth the price of admission alone. In fact, as far as car action sequences go, this beast is absolutely in the same class as the recent masterpiece, Mad Max Fury Road, in terms of its quality, but the skill set is still slightly different. While Fury Road is all long takes and score, Baby Driver is all about quick edits and a barrage of gunshots and screeching tires to the tune and tempo of whatever song is playing on Baby's iPod. The music wasn't an afterthought, it is the centerpiece. This film is kind of like a chaotic and violent ballet, such as the precision of the movements of the camera and the timing of the choreography. It's bloody skillful.
That's some Oscar shit right there.
The performances are a bit of a mixed bag though. Elgort as Baby is pretty great, managing to be very funny with only a detached look or a smile, while Kevin Spacey does a pretty good job of being Kevin Spacey, and Lily James is positively charming as Baby's love interest. In saying that, I had a hard time buying Jon Hamm in the role he was in, and I think I literally missed about 25% of the jokes told by Jamie Foxx's character because I was having a hard time understanding what he was saying. Was he mumbling? Was he rushing? I'm not really sure, but all I know is that people in the audience were laughing and I had no idea what was going on. Probably the biggest problem with the film is the script, the first that Edgar Wright has penned without any assistance. Once again, this is absolutely style over substance, but there are still some glaring issues that cause me to disconnect from the film, no matter how ridiculous the overall plot is. The film is hilariously funny at times, and much of the credit for that must go to the writing, but the characters make a series of odd and jarring decisions that seem to contradict the overall motivations of their character. Baby is forced into being a criminal, but clearly has a heart of gold, so as he begins to fight fire with fire, the audience is maybe able to accept that. But what about the sweet as sugar Deborah joining him, a la Bonnie and Clyde or Thelma and Louise? You know, like, these people met 5 minutes ago, and then we're expected to believe that she's going to leave her chipper waitress lifestyle to join this criminal on a getaway across the country? Sure. Some of the criminals also do simply baffling things. Some self-sacrifice, others turn on their teammates for bizarre and cartoonish reasons, and some of these turns in motivation will be drastic and occur in the space of literally 10 seconds, and it's pretty difficult to understand why.
This shit is bananas, dog.
All in all, you should absolutely go and watch Baby Driver. It's a hell of a lot of fun. Try and keep your expectations in check though. Many are calling this the film of the year and Wright's greatest of his career. And while it is pretty cool as a spectacle and has plenty of memorable moments, it doesn't quite join the pantheon of great films or even Edgar Wright's greatest films. I'm going to give Baby Driver 3.5 stars.